Right guys, Shay here, Uneven Bounce, hope you guys are well. So, just done a couple of vids on England, but I actually want to talk now about Australia, believe it or not. And my kind of thoughts on the documentary they released a few months ago now, called The Test, which I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're watching this video, you must be into cricket. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen it as well. A lot of people talk about The Last Dance being the best sports documentary that's ever been released. That is Liverpool Cup, by the way, and come on, lads. 30 years of hurt, no more. Had to get the one in there, didn't I? Anyway, yeah, the Test. So everyone talks about The Last Dance being so amazing. Don't get me wrong, I really, really enjoyed The Last Dance. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but I am a fan of people who perform at really high levels in any industry. I'm very much that's very much of an interest to me personally. People who perform at optimal levels day in, day out and work on their craft, whatever it is. Obviously I love sports in general, but basketball obviously it's not something, because it's obviously more of an American sport. It's not something really I follow too much, but obviously Michael Jordan, the Bulls from the 90s. But anyway, it was really good. But for me, the Test was just absolutely outstanding. I think obviously because I like cricket, I love cricket, and to see the insight over these 10 episodes, I think it was 10 episodes, into how a cricket team functions and all the peripheral stuff as well and how important they are, I thought was just phenomenal. For Cricket Australia to allow this type of access, they must be commended. I know obviously a lot of this down to the fact that they wanted to show themselves in a positive light post Sandpapergate. I'm aware of that. I get that. But I don't really care. The fact is that they allow this access into the dressing room, into the hotel rooms. These real, personal scenes that we saw and were shared amongst the Australian cricket team. And you couldn't help but, because you get to know these guys. I mean, you think like people like Mitchell Marsh is just a bit of a prick, to be honest, I would have thought. And you watch this, actually, he's a quality guy. He's fun and he's nice and he's happy and he's always trying to banter and stuff like that. I've never been the biggest fan, to be honest with you, probably because of what he's done to us, especially 3 years ago in Perth. But, I think people like, Justin Langer, obviously I still remember the comment he made towards James Anderson a few years back, but he's one tough son of a bitch, that guy. Him and Ponting just cut from the same cloth, aren't they? But the way selection meetings went on, the kind of relationships between certain people like Stoinis and Zampa, that was weird. But it was really cool to see. Stephen Smith, his idiosyncrasies, the way Warner always winds up, and Warner's he's a bit of an arsehole, and Warner. But I tell you what, he reminds you a lot, David Warner or Luis Suarez. He's the kind of guy, if he's not on your team, you hate him, but he's on your team, you absolutely love him. Now, I'm a Sunrisers fan, I'm an SRH fan, so I like Warner for 6 weeks of the year, but I hate him for the rest pretty much. But I tell you what, I would absolutely love a Warner in the England team. Absolutely love it. Because he will bleed for that badge. No doubt about it. That he's immensely proud to play for his country. He might think it's hypocritical after what happened, but I don't want to get into that now. It's not about that. Same with Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith, incredible. And the way that they documented that and how his comeback and how it affected the team and his introduction back into the team, obviously not as captain anymore, I thought was quite fascinating. And the way he just obviously went on his run to prove he's the best test batsman in the world by far, let's be honest, because to make up for lost time, isn't it? And the Labuskakny kind of introduction, I like the way they shot that whole Archer took out Smith, and then obviously Labuskakny came in, and then he just showed no fear, complete balls on show, not giving an F, just straight up, I'm here to take you on. And he was a newcomer. I think that was fascinating. But I think what got me the most was Tim Payne. I think the segments with him were phenomenal. As captain, I've always felt like him was a bit of a Mike Breedy type character, and someone who, you know, I'm not saying he didn't justify his place in the team, but I thought might have been better options in Shield cricket, and maybe didn't have to necessarily pick Tim Payne. But you always see the decisions, and you think to yourself, like, but why have they gone with him? There's obviously a lot we don't see. You know, we can read cricket info, cricket bars, and wisdom and cricketer, and blah blah blah. But the reality is, you're not in those changing rooms. You're not training these people day in day out. They see things that we don't see. As I mentioned before, in my video of Moeen Ali, on the surface of it, I'm not the biggest Moeen Ali fan by far, but he obviously does something that the management like, and various managements over the years have liked. I mean, he made his debut, 2013, 2014, he's still around now. He's gone through multiple coaches, and he's still there. So, you know, there must be something behind that. And with Tim Payne, I really got to... I think the documentary allowed us to understand a lot more of why he's the captain, why he was elected as captain, and what he's done. He's very vocal. He's very confident. He's very passionate. He's not some just kind of some tipping guy in the corner. He stands up for his team. And I just had this massive amount of respect for him, actually. I watched his documentary. I thought it was brilliant. And I really wish there was much more like this. I mean, listen, I've watched The Edge as well. And that was really good. And I'll probably do a review on that as well. I just need to kind of watch it. I watched it a little while ago now. And the way it was shot was actually pretty cool as well, because obviously it ended with, obviously, the on a bit of a sour note, really, obviously, with the internal combustion after the Ashes, with the fallout of KP, etc. But I don't know, I just felt like this was, because I think obviously because it was obviously a 10-part as opposed to a film, you know, we obviously can get a lot more in. But I just thought it was a really, really brilliant documentary. And if you haven't seen it, you need to get it. You need to go and see it. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm sure it's still there. I might even watch it again, actually. Now, I believe they're going to do a series 2 as well, which I can't wait, to be honest with you. And I hope more countries do this. I'd love more countries to allow such access to a film crew and document what happens behind the scenes. I mean, imagine one in India with the pressure on their shoulders, and document it from their point of view, because cricketers in India, as we all know, are just superstars, like on another level compared to, you know, English cricketers and Australian cricketers and Kiwis and South Africans and etc. You know, it's not the same. I mean, I know obviously cricket in the subcontinent, obviously we include Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. It's obviously huge, but India's like another level, like the status of those cricketers, you know. And I would love to see something. I don't think it will ever happen. I don't think the BCCI will ever allow that, but it would be fascinating to watch something like that. And so I've real credit to Cricket Australia for allowing this, because it allowed us to just get much more in-depth insight into how a cricket nation at the highest level works and functions, how it goes about its business on a daily, weekly and monthly basis, from series to series, at home to overseas, etc. Decisions that have been made, tough decisions that need to be made, the easy ones, the characters that we don't know about, because all we do is generally see them either on some talking head vox pop being coached by the PR team in an interview, or we read about a little bit in the newspaper, etc. But we don't really know them. But this allowed us to get a little glimpse into the world, like Usman Khawaja. A lot of people, obviously, you know, locally in Australia, in Sydney, etc., will know, I'm sure. But to the mainstream cricket population, you don't know what he was like. You don't know how he was operating in that under Langer, you know. And then obviously they get dropped, you know, towards the end. But and how to battle back and lose weight, etc. It was tough for him, you know. So things like that, I just thought it was brilliant. But anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to say, if you haven't watched it, you need to go and watch it. It's riveting stuff. It's I think 10 parts, very long episodes. I think almost an hour each episode. Anyway, just if you've watched it as well, you know, do leave some comments. What did you think about it? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? You're gonna go and see it. What do you think? Was it good? Do you share my kind of opinion on it? Is it one of the best documentaries you've also seen? Well, sporting documentary, should I say? Or do you think it was a lot of crap? I don't know. Anyway, guys, yeah, drop your comments below. If you enjoy the content, please like the video, share, comment, and most all subscribe. Alright, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.